Bible underneath my right hand. I made it out of tight jams. Guns all on my nightstand. My life should be on Vice Land. My fingertips to hold the marijuana aroma. High school, I went to school high, still got my diploma. He got riddled and left alone for some Skittles in Arizona. The same time a man dies by his own for a pair of Jordan. It's crazy how we living. We all misguided children. Niggas out here getting got, trying to figure out how to get it. We the ones that's not afraid to let the hammers off. The same ones that feed the homeless with the cameras off. The life I'm living kinda hard to get a handle on. But I'm blessed and God knows I can't be mad at all.
I met Charlie through his brother Rob, actually. And I had saw him obviously play on the Detroit Pistons and the Raptors and the Dallas Mavs. And I was a big fan. And one day, Charlie's just inside of the studio. It was amazing. His NBA career is obviously really noteworthy, but what strikes me as impressive is his commitment to his nonprofit and to the alopecia community. And he's just an awesome guy to sit down and talk to. This is Uncreative Radio. I'm with the homie.
Yes, sir.
Mr. Charlie Villanueva. Welcome aboard, my
yes,
friend.
Sir. Thanks for having me,
Thanks
brother.
for coming through, dude. We have been working on a few projects over the years, and I first met you through your brother Rob, and he came into the studio one day and was like, "Hey, we're working on this documentary."
Yep.
And you guys have become really awesome friends over the years. But I first got to know you through the TV screen, and through playing ball, and that's when Rob was like, he's like, when I saw his last name, I was like, "What?"
Yeah.
I only know one dude with this name, and so once I started checking, playing ball and stuff, that I was a basketball fan. You first went to Raptors,
Toronto,
then the Pistons in Detroit. Is that right?
I got traded to Milwaukee.
Are you serious?
Yeah,
that was a short stint then.
Yeah, it was only 6 months in Toronto,
and then was Detroit.
No, then it was Milwaukee. I got traded to Milwaukee for 3 years, and then from Milwaukee, I went to Detroit for 5.
Wow. Yes.
Then to Dallas.
And then
so
to
11
Dallas.
Years total.
And ended up in Dallas, man. Wow.
Yeah. Yep.
What was it like being drafted into the NBA? Like, I gotta, you see that on the, they hold your jersey, they say your name. But what's it actually like?
Oh, it was amazing, man. It's a dream come true. I remember when, you think about all the hard work you put in to get to that moment,
right?
And then you're finally there,
And you're a guy. You're from Queens.
I'm from New York. I'm from Queens, New York. I'm from the hood. And to be in that green room, bro, I'm with my parents. My brother there. I had a good mentor of mine there as well.
That's crazy.
It was just amazing. I just remember. So the 6th pick, they picked. I think it was Martell Webster,
right?
And then for the 7th pick, right before they call my name, you see all the cameras moving and coming to the table.
Oh, that's crazy.
I'm like, oh, shit, I'm on deck.
That's crazy. That's crazy.
So, it's a good feeling, though, man. And but the hard work, that's where the hard work begins.
What changed when you got to the NBA? Like, what changed when you're like, yo, they hit you with your Raptors, you get this check? Like, because everyone imagined that it's just crazy. And how old are you at the time?
I was 20.
That's crazy, man.
Yeah,
that's crazy. So, you're 20 years old. They dump this money in your lap. Like, what changes? What goes through your mind?
That's the thing. People think that they just dump money on your lap. It doesn't really happen like that. You first don't get your first paycheck until November.
See, there you go.
And
when the draft is, the
draft is in June.
Exactly.
So I'm still living the same way from June to November.
My bank account is the same,
It's the same. From June to November. Credit lines come through. And, I could use the contract as collateral,
there you go.
But, for a few months there, I was still broke, but in the league.
Yeah, but in the NBA.
Yeah, in the NBA.
What was that? What's that like when you finally, when you hit the floor, the contracts come through, you get your first check? Like, how do you feel as you're 20?
Everything just seems so surreal, man. It just happened so fast. And to be honest, even with the money when it was coming in, it didn't change me.
Right.
I didn't think too much of it. I'm 20 years old, 21 years old. I don't really know how to move money around. I don't make good business decisions or nothing like that.
You're just like, all right, I got it. I'm playing ball.
Yeah, I'm just playing ball. I'm just focusing on playing ball.
Have you seen the opposite of that? Like players that are just that it has messed them up, like money, and they just kind of.
Oh yeah. Some people let it get to their heads, man. I've been fortunate enough where I'm well grounded. I have a good family, support system where I don't let that shit get to my head, man.
That's crazy, man. And tell me about some of the top 3 favorite games that you played in.
Oh, top favorite 3. Well, one has to be definitely when I scored my career high.
Yeah.
It was 48 points.
Crazy.
It was against Milwaukee, and then I got traded to a couple months later.
They're like, we don't want that to happen again. We don't want that to happen to us again.
Yeah, so that was pretty awesome, man.
What do you think of all these career highs that people are doing now? Like, you see these Hardens. Like, what is that? So, you've been there. So what does that feel like?
To me, it's like it changed, man. Like, scoring is a lot easier now.
Right.
The league is playing less defense.
Right.
It was like, man, to score 40 or 30 and it's hard.
Yeah.
Back when I was playing.
You're doing it with twos. You're doing it low post. You're fading away. You're really doing it.
But the game has changed to the 3-point line.
Do you think Steph changed all that? Do you think that was?
He plays a big role on that. Yeah. That's for sure.
Yeah.
Absolutely. And then the way Golden State has been winning, they play small and they play
right. And
all they do is shoot threes.
Right.
And people try to duplicate that.
Right. Absolutely.
That brought couple championships, about 3 championships. So.
Right. Who do you like right now in the NBA?
Actually, I watch the NBA I watch games every day, man.
Oh yeah.
And,
who you liking? Who's your team?
Not because I live in Dallas, but Dallas
your boy's balling. Luka's balling out.
Luka he keeps surprising me, man. It's his second year, man, and he's
balling
phenomenal,
out right
man. And I play a little bit of DraftKings as well.
Yeah. Okay. Okay.
So Luka definitely gets some fantasy points.
No,
that's
man.
For sure.
He's doing really well. Who else are you looking at this year, like player wise?
You always got to think of Houston. Houston.
They got Westbrook now.
They got Westbrook. They got with Harden. There's always going to be a good contenders, but the Clippers and Lakers, man.
That's the thing, man.
That's
the LA's on fire.
LA's on fire right now.
With that.
Yep. Golden State is pretty much done for this year.
Golden State, the fact that they have just fallen apart.
They're just falling apart, and nobody feels bad for them.
That brings me so much joy. Like, man, I don't know. I was never I was never a Steph Curry fan, but almost it was just that basketball thing that you said. Like, I remember watching Jordan and all these guys come up, so the game was just different. And so I don't know, that Golden State way of playing, like you're on a fast break, but I'll stop and shoot a 3 like that. I can't,
and shoot 30 feet behind the 3-point line.
Yeah, I'm like, why? Why you doing that? Why you gotta do that? Why you practicing back there? Everyone's practicing their half-court shots. The fact that they've been losing has been, and then watching Steph Curry's face on the sidelines.
It's been priceless, right?
Yo, man, it's been my favorite thing ever.
And nobody feels bad for them. They had a good run.
They had their run, and they were, yeah, they'll be all right. But I'm excited to see what LeBron's doing, and I feel like when he came to the Lakers, he was thinking a lot about life after basketball. You've had life after basketball. What's that like for people that are either in the, playing a major sport, whether it be tennis, baseball, basketball, and then it's because a lot of people, it feels like you don't know what they do after, and they can only see up until this point. But you've done so much stuff throughout playing basketball and then after basketball. What's that like to make that transition?
Well, for me, it's been easy, man. I've always knew that the ball was going to stop bouncing at some point.
Right.
And, I started a little bit later where I got into the real estate back in 2014.
Right.
Ended up buying my first property, and then, things went well. It started with 1, and then it's 2, 3. Now, I have over, about 15.
Right.
And it just keeps growing.
Wow.
But I do find a lot of people find it hard because we're kind of programmed, right? We're programmed to be this machine, right? To come in and put this amount of hours, and this amount of work to get to the NBA is not easy, bro.
Right.
It's extremely difficult.
Yeah, if you're good, you still don't have a chance.
Yeah, it's extremely difficult. So we put in all these hours, all this work, and it seems like that's all we know.
Right.
And in me being 20 years old, I got into the league at 20. I have to make all these type of decisions, but I don't have the education.
Right.
I'm learning on the fly.
Right.
I left college, my sophomore year.
Right.
So I don't have a degree, but, I'm learning as I go. So, but
that's interesting, man. So it almost blindsides you.
Yeah, it blindsides you.
You have this thing, but it's temporary. I'm sure the 11 years went by fast.
It went by fast, very fast.
And then you're like, okay, what am I doing?
Yep, exactly.
And if you don't prepare for that, you could be assed out.
Oh, you can be for sure. I mean, I've seen it a lot of times. One thing that always stood with me is that they said that, within 5 years as you've been removed from the league, 80% of players go broke.
That's crazy.
And to me,
that's
is
freaking
nuts,
crazy.
Bro. That is nuts. So I always had that stat in my head, like, bro, I'm not gonna be one of them dudes.
That's nuts. And you guys, I was at your house when here in Florida. It was crazy to me that, like, you see these dudes come through. You got your Ray Allen coming through, Rudy Gay. Like, you guys are friends. You guys hang out.
Yeah, I mean, the connection is with UConn, obviously.
Right.
We went to the same college. Yeah, but I do definitely hang out with a lot of NBA guys.
Is it tough to hang out with NBA guys when you were playing with them? Are you guys friends or off the court? Is that how it is? Because that's a thing. Like, I guess in the Jordan rules, and then like. Now LeBron, everybody, the banana boat, and you banana boating with Ray Allen.
No, I'm not banana boating with nobody. That's for sure. You will not catch that picture. But I do go on vacations with certain guys.
Yeah.
We take our ladies out.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So the connection is definitely there. It's a little different though. When from college, to the NBA, and it's harder in the NBA because. The money aspect, right? It's a business.
Yeah.
And
talk about that. People don't understand what that means.
Yeah, it's a business, right? So the guy in front of me, let's say, you're a starter and I'm backing you. I'm trying to get your spot.
Right.
I'm trying to get your money.
Right.
But we're on the same team.
Yeah.
And we got to be cool,
If
right?
I'm injured, you're like, oh, okay. That's kind of a good thing.
Okay. Oh, you can't go today? Okay. Cool. I got you.
And then if I am out for whatever reason, it's like your job to like ball the fuck out.
Yeah.
And then be like, why are we putting this dude in? We should put Charlie in front of him all the time.
Yeah. And that's my job. My job is trying to convince the coaches that I'm better than you.
Yeah,
right?
You're better.
I should be playing more.
Right.
But we had on the same team.
We're on the same team.
And we got to be cool.
That's crazy.
So it's tough.
So is that a lot? Have you been in a lot of some locker room drama? I'm sure. Have you seen any of that?
There is, for sure. For sure. That's why the NBA is so much different than college. College, I think everybody has the same common goal. Everybody wants to win.
Right.
And everybody has the same goal.
There's no individuality, really.
It's... my family depends on it.
What do you think now? LeBron and those guys, Maverick Carter and all that. What he's doing, and they're opening up in California.
Oh man, that is so dope, man.
Isn't that cool?
What LeBron is doing, man, it is so dope.
You get paid by your name in college.
Yeah, he's just putting on his boys. Yeah, right. He's putting on his boys, and he's doing some amazing things, man. I think him going to LA. Basketball-wise was a great move, but it was a way better move business-wise in the bigger picture.
Right. It's nuts, man, to see like what they're doing to shape that up, and then he's really good friends with Carmelo Anthony.
Yep.
This dude's been out of the league. He's been getting dogged.
Yeah, man.
He's been getting dogged for like a year.
Yeah.
Have you ever hung out with him? Is he a cool guy?
Well, I've known Carmelo. I mean, we're the same age, and I've known him since AAU back growing up as kids.
He seems like a cool dude.
He's super cool, man. It's just the NBA. Once you get a certain type of reputation, it's like it's hard.
It seems like that's it, man.
That's it, bro. And it's hard. Like once you're out, it's hard to get back in.
How did he do that?
And then the fact that it took him a year to get back in.
I never thought he would get back in. Mark, did you think he would get back in? I didn't think that.
Yeah, I didn't think he was getting back in either.
Rob, you think he's gonna get back in? Yeah. Right.
Nobody, but he did, and he stood with it, but I know.
And now they're clowning him like he only scored 10 points.
Bro, he's been out the league for a year, some change.
Can you train off the feet? Can you train for
There's no type of training. No, because there's nothing like a game. If you're not playing in the game with NBA players,
it's not
the same.
Right.
And it doesn't matter how hard you work or it's when you get on it, you're going to still feel it because it's different. It's stronger guys pushing you. The game is a lot quicker. And when you train, you don't necessarily train in those conditions.
Of course.
So
who has like an NBA team that can just quickly train with? Right.
So yeah, man. But to see him back, man, it's good, man. It's good for him. It's good for the game.
Why are organizations like that? They did that to who else? They did that to the NFL to what? T.O. Did they do it to T.O.?
To T.O., Randy Moss.
Yeah. People that just are like you're out. Cap, obviously. Cap, he's been in the news recently.
He's a little different.
Cap went off, man.
He was tripping.
He was tripping on that. Because everyone's with him. Like, it was supporting his police brutality and all that stuff. What he's doing, he's definitely got everyone's eyeballs on it, so everyone's there for sure. But like, yo, you're trying to get a job. With these people. Do you think there's any chance whatsoever that he gets on a team?
Depends on the team, their situation. Is it maybe a marketing point, standpoint,
right. No one's talking about us, and
let's do this. Yeah, but it's tough, man. It's tough to try to get employed by them, but at the same time, you talk shit about them, right?
How does that happen? Like, if you were doing that for the NBA, if you're like, oh man, this organization's all against me, it's conspiracy and all this bullshit. Like, why? How does that help your case?
That does not help your case at all. That does not help your case. I don't. He's getting bad advice right there, bro.
Yeah, man. I don't know, and I think, but it makes it really hard to get back in. But Melo did it.
Yeah, he did it. I mean, he just played one game, and it's like, he'll be all right.
That's cool. It's cool to see. I think it's cool to see him back in it. And
yeah, for sure.
I don't know how that team's going to be, but I think who do you think is going to take the whole thing? Who do you think's got the chip this year? What does your fantasy say?
Man, it got to be one of the LA teams, man. LeBron.
Who is your most disliked player?
Disliked player?
Okay, I'm going to tell you right now. I had a list. When I was watching the NBA, it was like Paul Pierce. It was Rajon Rondo, basically the Celtics at the time.
I love Rondo, by the way, man.
Yeah, he's doing great, man.
He's a great dude.
He's doing really good, man. But at the time, they were those guys were like the Pistons. They were like the bad boys of the NBA at the time.
Yeah. I used to hate playing against the Pistons. Yeah, that's a good one.
Yeah.
Because they were a team that used to just lock up on defense, bro.
Right.
They were, with the Rasheed Wallace, Ben Wallace,
right.
Rip Hamilton.
Yeah, that was when
Chauncey Billups,
that was the crew that got in that fight.
Yeah. That was serious, man. They were serious, man. Detroit was always rowdy.
It was always rowdy,
man. And then, when they ended up changing the team, and then, the team kind of went in a different direction. Though.
When the Raptors won it, Drake was at all the games, and he had, all the shirts and all this stuff. What do you think about Drake being a fan? Then the NBA was like, yo, man, you need to relax.
I mean, he was getting real close. Like, he was sometimes on the court.
He was massaging
the coach. Like, yo, you can't do that, bro. What you doing?
Oh, God. Because I guess if you were a normal fan, you wouldn't be able to do that.
You wouldn't be able to do that.
Right.
But because, he has some type of business
He's doing something with the
Raptors. So I get it. But, it was good for the sport, man. It was good, his following is crazy.
Yeah.
So it's good for the Raptors as well.
Yeah, man. Could you believe they won that?
Nah, yeah, I can believe they were good.
Well, and Golden State was falling apart too.
Yeah, they were. Golden State with the injuries. That was rough. And they carried over to this year.
Right.
But I'm not surprised at all. I'm so happy for Toronto. I love Toronto, the city.
Yeah.
Great.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, because you spent some time there.
Yeah,
and they really embraced everybody. They would have gave him the whole country. Yeah. Everyone.
Oh, Kawhi?
Yeah, everyone was about Kawhi.
Man.
If he stayed there, that'd be nice. That's a wrap.
It would have been, I thought he really was going to stay because I'm like, he's really going to give up, not a state.
That's a country. Whole country. They all would have been like, yo, Kawhi.
Yo, here are the keys to everything.
They would have really brought it up.
And he went to L.A., but I was like, oh, wow.
What's your favorite? And you were here, and you lived in Toronto. You probably lived other. What's your favorite place? Why Dallas? And what are some of your favorite places to visit?
Well, I love Dallas because the weather.
Yeah.
And I just like you get more bang for your buck. Man.
Yeah, man. Land out there. When we were out there with you, I was like, they got land.
Yeah, there's a lot of land out there, man, and you can do some things with that. At the end of the day, I'm trying to stretch that dollar.
Absolutely. Too. What's some of your favorite cities?
Oh, Miami definitely up there. Toronto, Dallas, LA.
Yeah, man.
Atlanta.
Atlanta for sure.
Like Atlanta.
Okay.
Yeah.
Where's Vince Carter playing? Is he playing in Atlanta?
Atlanta.
Come on, man.
He's 40.
How's he been in the league so long?
I don't know, bro. That's amazing, man. The way he's doing it, it's amazing. Bro.
All right.
It's
Mount Rushmore right now of basketball players that you've seen play.
That I've seen play.
From who's on Mount Rushmore? Who's the top 4?
That I've seen.
You've seen play on television.
On television
or in real life.
Okay.
If you didn't see him play in real life, you can't.
Well, MJ.
Okay.
That's not obviously
acceptable.
LeBron, you got to put LeBron on.
Wow,
he
get that.
He's still playing.
He's second.
He's
the second name you mentioned.
Yeah, bro, because
Kobe's somewhere hurting right now. You mentioned him second.
Because LeBron is still doing it.
Yeah, that's true.
And he's still writing his journey.
That is true. I give you that point. That's a good point.
He's still going, and he's still doing better than what he seems like he's getting better every year.
Right. Like right now?
Like right, his year 17, and he's like
playing
balling.
better than he did last year, the year before.
Exactly. It's just amazing. So that can't go unnoticed.
Okay. You got MJ, LeBron.
I gotta put one of my favorite players, man, is Reggie Miller, bro.
Wow.
I know that's a curveball.
That's a curveball. Rob, your boys over here throwing curves.
Reggie Miller. The only reason why I love Reggie Miller, man, I just love how smooth he was, how good he can shoot.
He did something crazy like how many points in 17 seconds?
Yeah, he killed the Knicks. He was a Knick killer.
Oh, he killed you, Rob.
My brothers loved the Knicks, bro. And I was always I'm always against my brothers.
Yeah.
I'm always against them. So they liked the Knicks, and at the time it was an Indiana and Knicks rivalry.
It was, man.
So
the East used to be a thing.
Yeah, it's not no more.
Nah, man. It's like if whoever you got, you're going to the finals.
Yeah, man. It's just the game definitely has changed, and the West is a lot stronger, definitely.
It is. I thought that was cool for LeBron too, because it's like, you're gonna win this thing every time. So he went to the hard and won. So and as he got older, so I thought that was cool.
And what's cool now, I mean, it's so open now. With the NBA, you don't know who's gonna win. From the prior years.
Right.
Golden State.
Golden State. Here we go.
And wherever LeBron is at, that's the team.
But like you never know right now.
Yeah, now it's just wide open, bro.
Right.
And you can't sleep on like a Milwaukee or Boston,
Absolutely.
even Toronto.
Absolutely.
Even Toronto.
Toronto's balling out with that confidence.
Yeah. I mean, they just won.
So what's up with Charlie? Are you lacing him back up? Are you coming back in the league? Like what? You return Melo too?
No. I'm 3 years, about to be almost 4 years removed. And you know what's crazy? That I never really officially retired though,
right?
Man. But I'm done. Bro.
Yeah.
Like I'm done. like I'm done.
Are you enjoying this phase of your life?
Yeah, I'm enjoying it, man. I'm
That's
just
good.
writing the next chapter of my life. It's challenging, and I'm accepted a challenge in the real estate business, but it's been fun. But basketball, like I try to play sometime. I go to the 24-hour fitness.
Yeah, it's just
try to hoop with the regular dudes. I'm so out of shape. I'm like, I don't know how I did this, man. I don't know how I did this.
That's hilarious.
I was like, man, no way. And then my back's still hurting.
Yeah.
The knees still hurt. I was like,
it's crazy
man.
to think that you did that and you were doing that for
smooth,
years, for 11 years.
No stretching, just straight from bed straight to the court. Now, bro.
And throughout this entire journey, you've had your foundation, and you've been working with kids, working with youth that have alopecia, and you've been giving back in that way. And a lot of people don't know. Some NBA players have like camps and stuff like that. But what you're doing is super different. That I wanted you to talk about that a little bit and when you initially started doing that, because obviously it's a big movement.
Well, yeah, man. I started, dealing with the Alopecia Foundation as soon as I got into the league.
Right.
I was doing a little bit of work with them when I was in college. But
Right.
I was so limited.
Right.
But in the league, being in that platform,
Yeah.
man, I was able to take in places and create awareness. So I came out with this program. It's called Charlie's Angels. This is when I just went into the league.
Right.
And they invited, parents, kids,
Yeah.
whoever dealing with alopecia, just
Right.
to, just talk to me, take pictures,
Yeah.
autographs, whatever it is,
Right.
to make them feel comfortable that,
Right.
that alopecia didn't stop me from doing what I wanted.
And it's
to do.
interesting, man, because that doesn't sound like a big deal to people. Like, oh yeah, you can come to the game. After the game, I'll take a picture with you, shake your hand, stuff like that. It doesn't sound like a big deal. But man, like shooting this documentary that you're working on, which is called "What Is Alopecia?" I've talked to those. That means the world to them. It means it's everyone that I've talked to who has been like. And I've listened to these interviews, and Mark's been editing this thing, but they're like, parents are just like, yo, but they saw you playing. And then they wanted to meet you, invited them. I got an email. I'll never remember it. Like, you did this thing where, like, people gave these people these key moments in life that, like, literally that handshake and that picture gave them hope.
Yeah, it's just more powerful. I mean, because people don't understand the things that come with alopecia, man. It's tough, man.
Yeah.
Depression, not feeling comfortable in your own skin, bro. That's the worst.
Well, they say it's really, like, dealing with your own demons is, like, the hard.
Exactly.
Like, your own
so you have to figure
issue.
it out. But it's... And then, I'm pretty sure, they have their own support system, but they also have a full set of hair.
Right.
It's not coming from somebody that doesn't have it and living in their shoes and is going through the same thing they're going through. It's just a little bit more powerful, like, coming from me because
For sure.
It didn't stop me.
Right.
I didn't let it stop me.
Right.
But I did have my tough moments.
Absolutely.
I did have my, what am I doing? Why me moments? And
yeah.
I was depressed. I was hiding. I was in hoodies and, I had those moments, but I had to fight through them and think about the bigger picture. And
Man, well, what you're doing is super impressive. Mark, do we have time for this lightning round, this rapid fire? Okay, here we go. This is rapid fire. This is just quick answers.
quick.
Okay,
quick.
Okay, here we go. All right, here we go. Okay.
Here we go.
All right, LeBron or Kobe?
Oh, LeBron.
Wow, that was too
was quick.
fast.
That was
That was too
quick.
fast. That was too fast.
LeBron, because he's still doing it. That's why. He's still doing it.
Someone call Kobe.
He's still.
Okay, cool. Okay. What do you say?
Oh, 81.
Oh,
Kobe
wow.
did give me 81. Not me. Wait,
No,
let me get
that's
this right. Let me get that right. Wait. He gave Jalen Rose, Mo P, Joey Graham, Jose Calderon. He did not give me 81.
Yeah.
I was on the team. But he didn't give me 81, man. That was a video
Charlie
game,
sliding
bro.
on that one. Okay. Favorite social media platform?
Instagram.
Okay. Who has the best Spanish food, New York or Miami?
New York.
Wow, okay.
Because I'm from New York.
That was quick. That was quick. Okay, the hood. Okay, cool. Okay, brother that's giving you the most trouble.
Oh, man, he's
Like-
here, too. Yeah, he's the worst. He always gives me, he's like, 40-something years old, still giving me trouble, man.
Yeah, you
Still
guys
got to babysit this guy.
You guys have such a you at both Robs have such a cool chemistry, man.
Yeah. I mean, we've been living together ever since. You know, he kind of took me under the wing. You know, since I was, I was 20 years old, moving to another country.
That's crazy.
This guy came with me.
And
he's been with me ever since.
Yo, that's good, man. That's good. Okay, here we go. Okay, this is pre-Kardashian Kanye or current Kanye?
That is funny. I mean, I like what he's doing, the whole gospel thing. I like that movement. That's a positive thing.
He went to prisons and stuff. That was pretty dope.
That's pretty dope. But now, music-wise, the old one.
Yeah,
The old Kanye was, college dropout was official.
Man. Come
man.
on.
But, I like the movement that he's doing now.
Yeah, absolutely.
And
man.
then the whole fashion thing, he's taking
Oh,
that
he
shit
killed
to
that.
a whole nother level,
He killed
bro.
that.
Yeah, he did. So a little bit of both. Can I say both?
You can say both. I'll let that slide. All right,
Yeah, both.
Nike or Adidas?
Nike.
Okay, favorite kind of headphones?
Beats by Dre.
Okay, right on.
Yeah, what are these that I got on?
I don't even know what these are. Yeah, that's that sound right there. Beat by Trey, like whatever. Oh man, well, dude, man, thanks for coming to hang, man.
Yeah, no problem,
Everyone
man.
is tell everyone your Instagram handle so they can get up at you.
Instagram handle is CV Believe.
Boom.
Yeah, man.
And then
that's on Twitter as well.
Yep.
And on Instagram.
On Instagram. What you say, Mark?
People are talking to you on Instagram right now.
Oh, people talking to him on Instagram right now, man.
Oh yeah. Okay.
Everyone give what do you say?
Dope interview, your inspiration.
Yeah,
Okay,
man.
dope.
Yeah, man.
Appreciate that, brother. Appreciate
Yo,
that.
man, you're still doing so much, man. So everyone definitely follow this guy. He's one of my favorite people. Documentary
sir.
coming out soon,
Yes,
so make
sir.
sure everyone checks for that.
We're almost close.
We're close.
We're close. We're close.
We're close, baby. All right, man. Thanks for coming in.
Yeah, man. Thanks for having me, man.